Uh, it says it's live.
Oh, there we are.
We're here.
Well, look, we're back, everybody.
The Nocturnal Feeding Show. Ed went to go get supplies. He wants to try it again. So we'll go from there.
Yes, he's going to try it again.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm gonna miss Ed's show. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna see.
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's freaky. It is freaky. It really is.
That's crazy.
But, he won't give up. He'll keep trying. And we told him to keep it as a piece of art.
I would.
Yeah. He said he might drill into it and put a LED in there. Make a little light out of it. Why not?
So you can trim it up and everything like that too. I'm sure.
Sure.
We got 31 people in here waiting to see round 2.
Yeah, I was just, oh shoot, I was doing something around the room and my phone went off and it was Ed on Facebook and he asked me if I wanted to come up on the show. And I said, well, sure. Send me the link. And I said, it only took me 2 years. That's all right. But not you. You were with me on day 1.
Yeah, it was, wasn't I?
You sure were.
How long ago was that?
That was like, oh shoot, June or July of 21.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I hit the button, Ed. We went live.
I have a heat gun.
All right. Yeah. Well, now, yeah. Well, I don't know if that heat gun would have worked when it exploded. I don't know. So
It wouldn't have made a difference. But I was getting a big cup to mix it in. Then I realized I'm going to be making it in small doses. So I didn't even need it.
No, that's all right.
I think that's a good tip. I do. Look at that. That is amazing.
It totally cleared up, though. It totally got clear. When it got
I
real
can
hot,
see-
all the bubbles
Yeah.
left.
I can see the fish.
Yeah, most of it's at the top, but oh well. Oh, and it's sitting right where Nico likes to sit.
Is it still warm?
Oh yeah, it's hot.
I
bet it's 125 degrees.
That's crazy.
Maybe
Really.
152. So
If he's up here in Pennsylvania, we could throw it outside. It's 31 degrees. It cooled off quick.
Yeah, it would turn into snow. So hi everybody.
Somebody asked, what's the bidding up to? That's right. What was the bid? Somebody, it was like at $25, wasn't it?
That's
I
fine.
don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely gonna have to get back and see that.
No, that's okay.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch it.
So I'm putting that back in there for a rainy day.
Yeah.
And we're going back to the expensive stuff. And what we'll do is we'll just slowly fill it until there's no more epoxy, and then I'll buy more cheap stuff.
Okay.
Now you're still gonna have to mix it, right?
Yeah. This one's 2-to-1 instead of 1-to-1. That should have been a tip off to me right there that it was something different. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did tests with the new stuff, but not the old stuff. But I didn't do tests with because I thought it was like the same stuff. I mean, the boxes are a little different, but they don't say anything different. They're just different colors. Oh, well. Live and learn.
Oh yeah, you definitely learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. So
Let's see here. Let me go ahead and say some hellos here. I'm gonna go to the participants list.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Mm-hmm. We got George RB3, Alexander Aquariums, Big Shrimpin', Bunny Viper, Dennis Christensen, Elaine, GRB, Jeff Kane, Lady Rorschach, Linda Worth, Freaky Fish Lady, Mark Sterlson, Misfit, Mississippi Hippie, Paul Sotero, Scotty the Fish Freak, Silver Creek, Sky Dancer, Stephen P., the Nano Aquarium guy, Travis Myers, and Vibes. I think I saw Lady Diane pop in. We got Craig's Catfish. Uh, but yeah, we got started a little late. Mississippi, if you're going next, you want to let us know, and then we could cut this early if you're going to go at 12. Ooh, Jenny Lynn. Hopefully she makes
Jenny
a
Lynn.
splash this year. She couldn't,
Hi, Jenny.
she couldn't make it last year
Uh-oh.
because she had to work.
What the heck here?
Let's see, what
Somebody
time is it?
paging you.
It says my Walmart order has been delivered. I've been getting stuff really late at night.
So
They
what-
never go to sleep in California.
It says just now. Well, I've worn out that Walmart credit card, Skipper. I'm telling you. I mean, everything I buy is on credit, basically, because I can make the little payments and put a little extra when I have it, but I never have that money all in one lump, you know? So,
Yeah.
my God, this whole fish room is built on credit. I'm not lying. It is. But I don't care. I mean, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But
one thing I always say, you can't take your money with you.
well, that's a good phrase, and it will definitely apply to me.
Me too.
But you know, I can manage, but I don't go crazy. You know, I mean, I have other bills to pay, me and the missus, so you know, it's manageable.
Hey,
Gina
look at how much
says,
more clear this is. No
Yeah.
bubbles at all in this stuff.
Gina said, if you're going to work with resin more, you should invest in a pressure pot. It helps release bubbles and sets the resin faster.
Yeah.
Well, that's a real
That's
good
what I
tip
meant
now,
by-
Gina.
Well, when I said decompression chamber, that's what I kind of meant.
Gina, when did you work with resin so much that you would know all that stuff? I'm curious.
My hand's getting tired.
I like that, Terry. Listen here, you little shit. My last check will bounce. I like that. That's a good one.
Hey,
That should be on your T-shirt.
That would be a good T-shirt. I could see Spencer selling that T-shirt years
Yeah.
ago.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I had a thought there, but it left me.
That's true.
I used to do photos for junior high kids in Venice. That's like a school in East St. Louis. So they're very poor kids. And no other photographers would go in. And so what I would do is I would just charge them just for the photos. So like just whatever the cost was, that's all I charged them. Because some would want and I said any kid that can't afford them, I'll give a 8x10 and 8 wallets to every kid, you know, and then I'd sell extras. And
Right.
so every kid got a graduation picture. But the first year I did it, I took checks. And I had about 5 checks bounce. And that's worse because they charge them like $15 for a bounce check, but they also charged me.
That's correct.
So I was like, I'll take cash or I'll just give it to them for free. Because
Yep.
I don't want to pay 15 extra bucks, have
Yeah.
$150 in extra
That's
bills.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Gina said that Nathan does wood turning, and a lot of people incorporate resin for filling in cracks or just making cool resin blocks and turning those on a lathe. Okay.
That's what I would love to have a lathe someday. And I would like to make one of those tables someday that has the resin in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do was a fireplace mantle. And I was thinking about cutting it in half and then doing a color with LEDs in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to learn how to use this stuff really good before I'm investing a couple $100 because this stuff's expensive.
There's a channel on YouTube I watch once in a while. He does wood turning. He makes he took a thing of wood colored pencils,
That the
bundled them
Irish
all
guy?
together. What's that?
Is he the Irish guy?
I'll look here in a second, but he like rubber banded them all together, had this piece of plastic, it was in a circle, and it encased it in, dumped the resin in there, and then when it was dry, he turned it and like shaved it down into like a bowl, or it was like a cup, like you could put stuff in. It was pretty neat.
Huh. That sounds cool.
I'll look for the channel here and I'll tell you who it is. I forget the name of the channel.
Buddy says
The guy I'm thinking of is really zany.
I think I've seen him, Ed. I think I know who you're talking about. Bunny said her
He's
dad
fun to
taught her
watch.
knife making in the Netherlands. We worked in metal, wood, and bone. I tell you what, Bunny, I miss those days with my dad. That man knew so much, and he taught me very little of it, unfortunately. But I was too young and too cool to be paying attention to my dad. You know how that goes.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, but he was amazing. He was.
There's a guy at work. If whenever you go hunting, you shoot a deer, you keep the antlers. He was looking for antlers to make knives with. Use it for the handle. He made my dad one. It was pretty cool.
That's terrific. I love stuff like that.
It's amazing what people can make out of something.
There are no limits to what people can do. I mean, and we see it every day if you look for it on YouTube. That, what you were describing. I mean, would you think anybody would do something like that? Oh, heck no. But
No.
there he was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I would try and fail.
Ed, God bless
It's
you,
called
buddy.
practice. It'll be all right.
The key word there is, Ed, you would try. And that's what a lot of us don't have enough nerve to do. Okay?
Okay, so you can tell it's a lot less bubbles, but still. You know what? I'm going to pull up the vibrating thing now.
Yep. Look at Skipper. Yeah, here's where it all started to go bad, Skipper.
Oh my god.
It's an air pump.
Okay.
It's an air pump, but it's to pull the bubbles up off the bottom.
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking when you said that.
No, I don't blame you. With Ed, anything's possible.
It's like, what the hell? I can't find that channel. That's driving me nuts now.
That's right, Nicole. He did say the vibrating thing. He didn't say air pump. He said the vibrating thing.
Well, I don't think this thing pumps any air. Well, no, there's some air coming out of it. I just thought it was the old busted one.
Matt says chemical reactions with Chattanooga Ed.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
So you were doing this part when it started doing whatever the heck it did?
At some point.
You shook it a little bit on the pump, and then you put it back on the plate, remember?
Well, I grabbed the plate so it wouldn't spill on my floor. Because it started, I held it up and said, oh no, it's starting to melt.
That's right. It started to melt on the pump. That's right. And then, but it was just a little bit.
What'd you do? Fill it the whole way up?
I only filled it to about to the top of the rim, but when it melted down, it came up out of it.
It's not an auction.
It did it in seconds. It had been in there quite a while.
It had. It really. I was getting ready to start the second one.
Scotty the fish freak. I'm sure the match had nothing to do with it. Well, yeah, he did set it on fire, Skipper. Yeah.
Oh,
Not really.
But that got the air bubbles off the top.
That got the air. But I was a little worried about an open flame in front of the resin, you know? I don't know. Oh boy.
this is going to drive me nuts.
So, is the noise too loud?
I don't even hear it.
I don't even hear
Oh,
it,
good.
Ed. Yeah.
How about now?
I don't hear
Did
it
you
at
hear it
all.
then? Oh, weird.
No. No, I don't hear it at all.
No.
It's pulling the bubbles off the rocks.
Mm.
There's a lot of places for the bubbles to stick on those rocks.
Now remember, it's going to be at least 2 more layers, Ed.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to fill it with what I've got left.
Oh.
I think
I'm
I only
just
have
saying.
enough to do another inch.
Well, that's fine because that's about, that's about the right amount for the next layer.
But this one is super cold. This one is the one that says it takes a week to harden versus the other one that says 48 hours or 24 hours. And it's probably because it's cold. It's a cold cure.
No, that's not.
That's not him.
So tell us all about this ambulance drive that you had.
Oh, it was good. Just somebody needed to go to the hospital.
Have you ever gone on an ambulance run and you saw bones coming out of a person?
Say this again.
Have you ever gone on an ambulance drive and had to pick somebody up and there's bones sticking out of the person?
No, not yet.
That's good. That would gross me out. It probably looks bad when the ambulance driver looks at the person and throws up.
Oh, I'm sure it would. Yeah.
I was in a soccer game when I was a teen, and one of my buddies on the team had a compound fracture in his arm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would.
That was pretty nasty. And of course, me being the smart ass I am, Skipper, I said, you're not supposed to use your hands in soccer.
That's
I was
true.
kind of thinking about that.
The ball hit him in the hand and broke his arm. That was goofy. It was really strange.
Wow.
Somebody really let it go pretty damn hard, okay? And he just
Yeah.
had his hand in the wrong spot and it snapped his arm.
I
It
know.
was really,
Right,
really
seeing a
cold
friend
that
from
day.
soccer.
It was really cold. I know that. And that was good because he didn't bleed so much. It
I got
slowed
to
it down.
see whenever I was home on leave one year, and we had a bad storm come through, and it knocked over a 30-foot tall pin oak tree at my parents' house. So, of course, I'm home. What am I going to do? Clean it
Right.
up.
Right.
Well, I was getting ready to go outside. My brother was already out there. All of a sudden, I hear him screaming. He cut his leg with chainsaw. But he's been doing it for so long. He knew once he felt it on his skin, he threw it. And I tried everything to get it to stop bleeding and everything like that, and I finally got it. But he, you could see, I tried duct tape. I tried the medical butterfly bandages are supposed to hold cuts together, but because it was right beside his knee, where you bend and stuff, every time he bent his leg, they popped off and the cut.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
You should have used flames.
I could have.
You could have taken one of these and just cauterized it.
He probably wouldn't even have felt it. He was starting to get in shock. He was turning gray on me.
Oh,
So I threw him in my dad's truck. I said, "Here, we're going to the emergency room." He goes, "Well, I ain't got no insurance." I said, "Well, you ain't gonna have a leg if we don't go get it fixed."
Yeah, yeah.
So we get in there, and I was in the room with him, and I watched the doctor cleaning out. He threw it just in time. When he was in there cleaning out with saline, you could see his tendon
Oh my goodness.
I was like, man, this is cool.
Well, yeah,
I asked the doctor if
Yeah.
I could stitch it up. He wouldn't let me.
he wouldn't let you.
It was
You could
funny.
see James's tendons in his hands where that piranha bit the skin off. You could see the
Oh, yeah.
tendons.
hmm
So gross. I can't believe he healed so quick.
Oh, it's crazy. Yep. I tripped over a transmission once and I hit my leg off of it, my shin. I didn't think nothing of it. Just went into the house. When I looked down, it started bleeding. You could see my shin bone. I said to Dad, I said, let's get a band-aid. I ain't going.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
we just wrapped it up with a bandage.
yeah, that's how we were raised. Also, we were.
I've got like a little dime size cut or diamond cut on my shin from at the factory. I had the forklifts bring like parts in metal containers, and then you take the
Mm.
wires and things. I don't know what was in it, but there was something in these metal containers, and I hit it with my leg, and it just cut like a little square triangle
Yeah,
cut right out of my leg. And I didn't even realize it was as bad as it was. And my pants were all, or my pants and my sock. My sock was absorbing most of it. And I looked down, there's blood everywhere. And I'm like, what?
that's weird.
And I
Yeah,
was like the first aid guy. So I got a manager and patched it up. He said, you probably use 3 stitches. I was like, I don't think so. Not on
yeah.
these legs.
Huh. There's something going on with my computer here.
This
Yeah.
is ice cold.
Now, when
It is.
when it dries, when it's curing, does it expand?
I think it shrank. This stuff. It actually got smaller. Because remember how I had to pour more into
Yes.
Stephen P's? Because it actually went down. I think what happened is the bubbles came out, and so it settled with the air leaving it caused it to settle.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully I don't have little rings of bubbles though. I can just see the bubbles around the side a little. Oh, of course it doesn't help when I pick it up and do that.
Well, it
But look at how
definitely.
much more clear that is.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than the other one did. Yeah.
It's worth the extra $12. I shouldn't have bought the cheap stuff. Oh, that makes me so mad. I'll never have Jimmy P on my show again.
That's messed up.
I think you did this all on purpose because you know how much I like you screwing up. That's what.
Well, it sure has been happening a lot lately.
Oh my goodness, Ed. Well, I can pass the bad news along to Ryan that you have to pay for the trophies.
Yeah. Is Ryan here?
No, I don't.
Or
think so.
June?
Tell him it's a
This one's Ryan's.
$29.95. Whatever.
What's up, Snoochie Booch?
June would
Yeah.
pay for it. Hi, Snoochie.
So you gonna add the other part of it in there tonight or no?
I don't think so. Because this
No.
one takes a
I
week
wouldn't.
to cure.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So
do it.
I think I'll just go another inch, in a couple of days. And then some point I've got to go to Hobby Lobby and buy more.
Okay.
You know what? I wonder how much it is on Amazon. See if I'm getting ripped off at Hobby Lobby.
Well,
Well,
you
I
probably
used to shop at Hobby Lobby years ago. I
They
don't
used
know,
to have
Ed.
that 50% off deal, but they don't have that anymore.
Oh,
I
you
don't.
talking about a Hobby Lobby?
Yeah. Well, I'm now a Prime member. I have Prime now
So
because
you
of the
could
disaster of Christmas.
you could get it real quick.
Yeah.
I used to
it's-
my Prime. I shared with my sister, and basically, I just send pictures of what I wanted, and then she would find it, and she could charge it to my account because it was on hers, and then it would be shipped to my house.
Yeah.
But she forgot to do all my Christmas presents. And it was like 11 people. And I reminded her like 3 times, because it was at the beginning of
Oh, shoot.
December. And she kept saying, "Oh, yeah, I did it." And then she never did. So I said, I've just got to pay for my own stupid Prime. Because that really stunk.
I guess so.
What a crappy Christmas. Oh, well.
I like what
Let's
Paul
see.
Sperry said.
That's pretty good.
It is. It's always an experiment.
It's an experiment. That's true.
If it goes right, you just keep doing it that way. If it doesn't, you don't.
Well, I said,
someday we'll get it right.
Like I said earlier, Ed's got the guts to just go on live and try this stuff out, and everybody else just does it, videos it at home, and they take out all the bad stuff and just show you the good finished product. I appreciate seeing him screw up.
This is even called deep pour epoxy.
I saw that, yeah, when you held it up before.
So I wonder if that means it doesn't get hot, because you can make it as thick as you want.
Do you have a Michaels around you?
Yes, I do.
They have coupons.
I don't like to go to Michaels because it has everything they have at Hobby Lobby, but they normally only have like 3 employees and they pay a minimum wage with no benefits. And Hobby Lobby, after a year they give vacation, they give insurance, and they start at like $14 an hour or something. They really treat, and they only have like 20 employees. So it's like, that just tells me that Michaels is taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are mad at Hobby Lobby for the things that they do because they're Christian views, but they still take care of their employees better than anybody else. So I'm going to go there.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm going to put the name in here.
Jeannie keeps saying instructions. That's twice she said that. What's that?
Yeah, instructions.
Somebody didn't read it today, or what? I'm gonna take that.
Well, that was your job, and you had to be out of town.
Yeah, I was supposed to remind you something too, and I forgot.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to remind me, but I did it.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy P and I did that beforehand.
Oh, I wonder if Scotty the Fish Freak's in here. I wonder if he's still here. Let's see. He is. I'm supposed
it looks like
to remind him something tomorrow.
It's $10 cheaper at Hobby Lobby than on Amazon.
Hey, there's a plant question.
Ooh, what's the plant question?
Hold on a minute. Oh, not that one.
Now, the hot one is $3 cheaper on Amazon. This one's $3 cheaper, but it's the crappy one. Or you can buy the good stuff for, it looks like $12 less.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
It's so weird with Amazon. You never know if it's really a good deal or not.
So for house plants growing out of the tanks, is there some house plants you shouldn't do?
Yes. Well, there's a lot of plants that require, soil. So you need a plant that can handle, just be able to take nutrients right out of water. And so that's like your pothos is great at it. Your sweet potatoes are great at it. Elephant ears are good at it.
Most philodendrons also.
Lettuce is good at it. If you can float some lettuce, you can grow a head of lettuce in your fish tank.
I didn't know that.
You got to float it on like a styrofoam.
Hey, gee, Ed, why don't you do that next week's show?
It takes a long time to grow a plant.
Oh,
Boy,
The-
that'd be
but
that.
I've seen
That would
people
take
do it
a
in
lot.
their greenhouses.
Mm.
I never heard of that. Floating a head of lettuce in water. Really?
Well, I mean, the hydroponic system. Sometimes that's pretty much just what it is.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true, but I'm picturing a fish tank with a head of lettuce floating around in it. I mean, I don't know. It's a little
Yeah,
different than.
I haven't seen somebody actually do a head of lettuce in their tank. I've seen it in their aquatic greenhouses.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
okay, yeah. I have a little hydroponic deal going in my closet here to start my
Oh, that's
plants that I
awesome.
put in my fish tanks.
Oh, that's
Just
cool.
yeah, just to give my head start. See what'll root in water. It's kind of an experiment. It's an experiment, Ed.
That's awesome.
And
Still,
if it doesn't
oh,
work, I should actually do a
and
little
I'm
video on that, shouldn't I?
this is still as liquid as water though. When the other one was all, thickening up.
Scotty,
I
no,
probably
I did
shouldn't have it
not.
over my keyboard in case a cat tips it over or something.
Well, yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Yeah.
My brand new computer.
Ed, don't do that.
But you can do all sorts of things. Like I made this on a crafted once, and I've been pulling rocks out for a while. But you could plant your plant in there, and the water will go through it, and the roots will go out of it. But you can grow your plants right on the side. And then I also set it up so I could have a pump and pump water into it, and it'll come out the front if I want to do like a little waterfall type situation. And I've never used it yet. I need to. I've got the plant lights and everything, and I just haven't done it. I have another plant upstairs I need to get in the fish room that likes a lot of humidity, and it's called a bird nest plant, and it's super neat. It looks like um, Windalove. Uh, that how Windala has the hands at the end. It looks like a giant Windala plant, and
Huh.
I need to get it down in the fish room where it can get humidity because it's starting to die upstairs in this dry
Mm,
winter.
Yeah.
yeah, it gets really like I have a pellet stove, so it gets really dry in this house up here on this floor. Not in the basement.
Well,
Though.
you wouldn't think it would ever get dry here, but I think because it gets cold, it gets
Hmm.
dry. But
Hmm.
it it's been raining every couple days for the last couple weeks, and when I got the 55-gallon and the 75-gallon from Rack Cross,
Hmm.
I still haven't been able to get them in the house because I have to drive it to my front or to my back door.
Oh,
And the ground during the day is always muddy because it freezes at night and then it rains every 3 days. So I haven't had any dry
Huh. Wow.
yard for a couple of weeks now. I
Yeah.
live in the opposite place than you do, Jimmy. I live in a rainforest.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah, we get over 55 inches of rain a year here.
Wow.
Last couple of years we've been getting close to 70. It's crazy.
But you have a lot of green.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, I don't have that. I've got cactus and Joshua trees, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
Well, I have really bad sinus problems, and I had a doctor tell me I should move to the desert. And instead, I ended up moving to like the worst place. It's like the third worst place in America to live with because we have northern trees and southern trees here.
Yeah.
no, yeah.
And
Oh, it's
my
definitely dry here. Definitely dry.
It's it's been this weather's been weird this week. Wednesday we ended up with quite a bit of snow, and then it rained, so a lot of it's gone. And then I don't know, the snow's been spotty all day, and then it's been It's been raining too. It's just really, really weird right now.
Snoochie says
So
he's got they're due to get 10 inches of snow tonight.
Oh wow.
Really?
where's
How
that?
about you, Skipper? You get a lot of snow where you're at? I mean, you
It
know,
it all depends. It depends on where it comes from.
but
If,
okay,
if it comes from the north, off of the lakes, yeah.
okay,
If because Lake Erie's at the northwest part of the state.
right, right,
But if it comes up from the south, it we really don't get much.
okay,
It just
gotcha.
all depends.
That's why I get so much rain, because like the rain comes around the Gulf of Mexico and then it hits Louisiana and those,
Hmm.
and then it comes across the bottom because it hits the jet stream coming north and then it comes down and comes straight at us. And
Hmm.
then there's also a jet stream that comes straight up from Florida that hits our
Okay,
mountains. And I'm right at the bottom of the mountain. So the wind, we never have the wind, but it holds the clouds over us. So that's why we get so much rain, because it catches the clouds. And almost every hurricane we get, and we don't get any of the wind from the hurricanes, but we get the rain. It's crazy.
Yeah. There was one year we got, I think that was Sandy, whichever one hit Jersey.
Oh yeah, that was Sandy.
Yeah, we got a lot of rain from that.
Look at how crystal clear this is. It's
yeah,
crazy compared to the other.
Yeah, it is
But
crazy.
it's fluid just like water.
That's probably why it takes so long to cure. Uh,
And it's cold.
Glitch said that they got a foot of snow last night, and Freaky Fish Lady said 8 to 10 inches where she's at. That's crazy. Yeah,
wow,
the one time I was working 2 to 10 shift, and we got the snow that came up from the south, and it was really, really heavy, like it was a wet snow.
yeah,
And the closer I got home, the deeper it got. It's like- and
yeah, yeah.
I only lived 30 minutes south of where I worked, and it did. It just kept getting deeper and deeper. I ended up having to call my dad to help get me up a hill. I had a Dodge Caliber at the time,
Okay, okay.
and I was pushing snow the whole way up to that point. And I'll come to find out there was ice under it too. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was literally butthole deep the next morning. Whenever I went outside, I was like, I couldn't believe it. We haven't had snow like that in years. But
yeah,
ever since
yeah.
then, we haven't been getting like this. On Wednesday, we probably got maybe 3 inches of snow, just enough to be a nuisance, and then it was wet too.
Yeah, yeah.
So it got real slushy and heavy. Luckily, I have a snowblower. I don't play around anymore.
Oh, yeah. That's great. That's great.
I've never owned one of them.
Or you could do what Snoochie Boots does and has a 4-wheeler with a plow on it.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Well, that's great, Snoochie. Good for you.
I have two 4-wheelers here, but they're my nephews. I'm
Yeah,
storing
every
him while
year,
he's in the army.
every year we talk about the weather, but doggone it, I mean, I don't know. I want to say that I miss real winter weather once in a while, but then if I was back in it permanently, I'd probably hate it all over again. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the snow. I don't like the cold or the ice.
well, I'm with you on that one. Yeah. And and the unsafe driving, of course, for not just myself but everybody else. There's crazy people out there, and the driving part was never one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I used to make it to work every time there was a blizzard, because they'd always give bonuses to people that would show up to work in a blizzard. And I had an accident and put a dent in the side of my truck because I did a couple donuts on the highway and I hit a
Oh yeah,
rail.
yeah,
But I kept going and I got to work, and That guy didn't even buy us lunch. Our new plant manager.
Yeah.
And they turned the highways off. So he was responsible for the shift after me. They weren't able to get home. So he had to get a hotel close by for the people to stay at. But my shift got the shaft, boy.
Wow. I have no choice but to try because I'm an essential worker. 'Cause where I
Right.
work.
Yeah, that's right.
So I have to try. There's no like I have to.
Yeah, I was wondering if remember when originally during the crisis they were talking about they were going to make try to make ventilators at the auto factories.
Yeah.
They never ended up doing that. But I was wondering if they were going to do that to our plant, but they didn't.
I do remember hearing about that. Like the Ford Motor Company was going to do it. And
Yeah, well,
Chevy,
GM
all
was
of them were
too.
going to do it. Yeah, yeah, they were all going to do it. I don't know if that ever. No, I don't think it did.
I don't think that the plague ever happened like we thought it was. You
Yeah.
know, we all at the time I think thought the world was possibly coming to a close end.
You remember everybody's like, I told you the zombie apocalypse was coming. You know, see, oh, people were posting crazy videos like that. I was laughing.
Yeah, yeah.
People having there was people making the fallout shelters and everything, stocking up with canned goods.
Oh yeah, that was so stupid. There was a shortage of the dumbest
Yeah.
stuff. Toilet paper for one. My God. They were buying up toilet paper like crazy, Ed.
Oh, I know. And I was at the only fish convention of the year was the Big Fish deal. It's a club meeting in Washington D.C. while it was hitting,
Oh yeah.
and they were trying to talk a lot of us out of it for going. They were saying just don't show up, and then they'll have to cancel it. It's like, yeah, but I want to have fun,
right,
you know.
right.
So I went, and it was so much fun because the YouTubers that went were all the small guys, and we got to run the show because we did the MC, we did everything. It was
There you
just the
go.
best time in the world. But then when we left, it looked like the apocalypse was happening because there was a what's the opposite of Sam's? Costco's. There was a Costco's across the street, and there were cars wrapped around the block waiting to get parked in the parking lot to get
Wow.
stuff. And then I turn on the Bob Kaler's channel, and he was doing a Walmart special, and everything was off the shelves at Walmart. And I'm like, oh my God. As soon as I get home at 1 a.m, I'm going straight to Walmart. And it was closed. My 24-hour Walmart was closed.
Yep. They
And
stopped the 24-hour thing in too.
yeah, so I grabbed Mom and Dad and I said, okay, we're going to go to Sam's and we're going to stock up on some food because if this is really bad, there may not be much food. And they're like, okay. And I'm thinking we'll buy a case of green beans. Mom's like, well, we could use a can of beans. They bought like 2 cans of things instead of a case.
That's funny.
They weren't convinced at all that it was. Oh,
gotta love it. Gotta love it.
And I bought the toilet paper. I was over at the Dollar General.
Yep.
And they were pulling it out. And the manager, she said, hey, you ought to take at least 6. You know, because I was going to take 2 so other people could get it. She says, you really need to take 6 if you got no toilet paper. So I did. And when I went to the front, the girl didn't want to sell it to me. She's like, it's only 1 per customer.
Yep.
And I was like, your manager just told me to take 6. I was going to take 2. She wanted to make sure she would have some.
They had the signs. Only take 1. So,
well, but not at this point, I don't think. No. But so I had all the toilet paper,
It only said one per transaction. Well, I just went back in and got more.
There you go.
Well, my mom and dad invested in those fancy toilets that spray your butt
The
and
bidet.
clean you off. Yeah, the fancy
yeah.
jobs.
I don't. I don't think I would like that. A jet
No,
stream in the butt.
yeah.
You know what? I'm not a fan of it, but when I had my heart surgery,
Oh no.
it was wonderful. When you can't move hardly because your breastplate hurts
Well-
so bad,
Well, that's true.
Didn't-
Okay.
to not have to bend over and wipe was pretty nice. As gross as that sounds, guys.
Did you get
But
video?
yeah,
Did you get video
I-
of that, Ed?
I didn't do much of anything
Oh
during
crap.
those days. I couldn't even. I didn't go to my fish room for almost 5 months. It was a long
Yeah, I
time.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to make fun of that, Ed. That was some serious stuff you went through.
I could only imagine.
Well,
But-
it's because I have to hang on to the rails
Yeah.
to go on stairs.
Yeah.
I remember when my grandfather got it done, he had a triple bypass. And the way he was, he was older, and the way he was getting around and stuff. And I was like, man, you don't realize it until you see it. You know what I mean? Or your case, you go through it. How much it affects a person.
Oh yeah.
Big Shrimp, it says he remembers when everyone was stealing the toilet paper out of the porta potties on our job sites.
Oh,
That's bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's bad.
well, and
My
then
God.
my local or the fish store in Knoxville, they were giving out a free roll of toilet paper with every purchase.
Oh my God. What this country, I swear.
Oh, you remember when the distilleries were making hand sanitizer?
That's right.
Well,
Yeah. I'll
Funny.
tell you what, stuff happened in 2020, 2021. I never thought I'd see in this country. I mean it. Craziness.
oh man, I never thought neither.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, I don't want to sound like that guy, back in my day and all that. No, I mean, I expect the unexpected many times, but some of this stuff, no, I didn't see
Oh,
it
yeah.
coming. I didn't see it coming.
I did a second layer. 'Cause
Okay.
It's just not
Whoops,
getting
wrong
hot.
one.
You're not
Oh,
being
yeah.
very patient, Ed.
I'm not. You can see where the old layer was and the new layer.
Just, yeah, not much. Not much.
But look, they aren't mixing into each other. It's really weird because they both move.
Well, one of them's starting to
Strange.
harden already, so it can't mix. Big
Yeah.
Snoochie
Oh.
Booch said he came home a few times with one sock and half a t-shirt.
Now that's good. I'm sorry about that, Snoochie.
Yeah,
Oh man, nice guy like you didn't deserve that.
that was funny.
Oh,
Hey,
Paul,
kid.
come on. I'm not that guy. Believe me, I am not that guy. My front
That's
lawn.
because he doesn't have a lawn because he lives in the desert.
That's right. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say my front lawn is sand. There you go. Make
You-
fun of that, smart
He
guy.
lets
Do you have
he lets
people
the kids
spray
make
paint?
sandcastles so he can stomp on them.
Hey, Ed.
And then he tricks them all by making them think that he's Stan Lee.
You know,
You probably tell like Spider-Man stories to all the kids and they get excited.
oh, Ed. Ed. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't let him do it. But since it's you, and I feel so sorry for all of your failed experiments, I'll let you get by with it.
Big Shrimp says,
I've
"Come
met
back."
Stan Lee a couple times.
This is funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is funny. Big Shrimp says, "Come back from the porta potty missing one sleeve or both if you had Taco Bell."
Oh my God.
Oh, I think that would have been a good time to not eat Taco Bell.
This is really good stuff here, guys. Wow.
You should have been taking
God.
Imodiums at work so you could make it home.
Oh, Ed.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm only familiar with
Oh.
Imodium because my missus has to take those once in a while, and I'm so tired of hearing about her digestive problems. I'm just telling you, I'm tired of it.
Did you
Yeah,
just
we used to live on it for my mom. My mom used to have diverticulitis.
Well, that's a different thing. My dad had that. This is just like certain things that she eats, she can't go, and then she takes something to go. Then she goes too much, and she takes something to make her stop going. I'm like, make up your mind. Come on, come on, what are we doing? Me, I just,
You need to
one
buy her
time,
some grape.
boom, and I'm done.
Buy her some grape nuts so she can get regular.
Oh my God. Ed, you are a piece of work, Ed.
Yeah, Lefty, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow about what you're talking about. There's some things I noticed that, like stuff I had, is not on here. So I don't know. I'll call you tomorrow.
Well, it does seem to be working pretty
It
nicely.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the Lefty package deal?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be the fourth guy in his package deal, and then that would be cool because then you could do the cameras for me if you ever
Mhm.
needed to.
Yep.
Can
I didn't even think about that.
No, it's a 3-hour phone call. Like the
I
3
asked him to
hour-
call me with it tomorrow. I need to take all my videos off that I have on the old one and move them to the new one.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. Lefty didn't give me his phone number. Neither did Skipper. I don't think these guys like me.
I'll give you their phone number when we're done here.
I don't know if you want my phone number.
I do not abuse the privilege. Ask Ed. I've got his number. How many times have I called you, Ed?
Oh, probably only like 3 times in the last week.
God. I've never called you. I've texted you like twice and you didn't answer. So now I use Facebook.
Oh,
That's it.
I do use Facebook a lot.
That's correct.
But I don't ever answer anything I don't have as saved because I think it's a one of those spammers.
Well, you sent me your number.
Yeah,
Would
but
you-
it doesn't mean that I was smart
Oh
enough
my
to download
God.
yours.
What'd
Forget
you
it.
think he was trying to do? Sell you life insurance?
Oh man. I never know what the heck is going on here.
Let's see. I'm going to type in Jimmy P.
It's just
Well, I
easier to
think I
send a text once in a while. I hardly ever use my phone like that. Really.
Oh, my friend asked me who Jimmy P is earlier today. Oh, does your number start with 760?
That's correct.
Ah, I have it as a contact.
Well, now that makes me feel worse. Come on.
Yeah, he sees your name and doesn't answer. That's messed up.
Well, wait.
Oh,
I'm the green people.
yeah.
That means I was the last person to send.
Oh, really? I think my phone must have broke that day, Ed.
It was May
He
13th,
dropped it in a fish tank.
May 13th, 2022.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well,
We don't talk much on telephones.
No, we don't.
Telephones are overrated.
I think the last time I tried contacting you were actually at an Aquashella. And you were really busy,
Yep.
That's probably a bad time to try.
He probably thought you was calling him about his extended car warranty.
Probably so, yeah.
Well, the bubbles are all out of it,
Okay.
so
And it didn't explode.
it is cold. Doesn't heat up at all.
Did you order that on Amazon?
No, I bought it at
No.
uh
Are you?
no. It's cheaper at Hobby Lobby.
Oh, really?
It's $12 cheaper at Hobby Lobby,
Oh, I thought you
which
said
is
it was
weird.
the other way around.
The crappy stuff was cheaper. The
Oh,
stuff that
okay.
gets real hot, but the cold stuff, I mean, the cold stuff still costs more than the crappy stuff, but on Amazon it was $42 and uh it's what is it? I think it's $34. Yeah, it's like $10 cheaper at Hobby
Oh,
Lobby.
Well, that's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
yeah.
But the other one was the opposite.
I forgot about this one. Send us a $500 Walmart gift card or we will arrest you for back taxes. And Matt says everybody knows that the IRS only takes iTunes.
I'm telling you, the stuff that we get.
I get all the time that I need to send them my credit card information or my Netflix account will be canceled. And I haven't had Netflix in like 4 or 5 years.
Well, that's a pretty good clue right there.
Nathan, I'm not following you on this. I have a molly about the size of a small panda cory. I think what he's asking is, will it eat the eggs the other fish lay? I have pepper cories breeding it, and I'm removing any other fish that may cause problems. They may eat
Other
the egg.
fish, yeah, a lot of the fish will if they find them.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a bummer.
Gosh, you're right,
If you,
Ed. May the 13th was the last time.
yeah, that's a long time ago.
You told me you still have this bad pacemaker pulled out and a new one put in, but I'm getting there.
Yep.
Gosh,
And now I have a super cool pacemaker now. I had to have
you didn't write and tell
4
me.
pacemaker surgeries.
Daggone.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh, the new one's super awesome. It's about the size of a 22 bullet, and it's on the inside of my heart. And the battery lasts so much longer. It's a 32-year life battery.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I think they're super expensive, but my insurance covered it, so.
Oh, Lefty, I did not find that email. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have this thing that I'm not like Ed at all. He's got like 486,000 emails in his, something like that. I have this deal where it shreds everything after 3 days, just because. And I have folders to put those stuff I want to save. I do that myself. I must have skipped that, and you got shredded. So, if you want to send it again, I appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Jeff is also right. Sometimes the cories will eat their own eggs also. As soon as you see them, just pull the eggs out.
Let's see. I have 130,989 unread emails.
Is that Yahoo Mail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't kicked you out of there, Ed.
Why? I'm a big user of them.
Well, that's true. I forgot, but you're overcrowding their database. Do you ever stop and think how big the servers on some of these websites must be?
Oh man,
there's probably so few people using Yahoo anymore. They're probably just happy to have somebody saying Yahoo once in a while.
I use their email once in a while. I'm starting to. The fish stuff I use my Gmail account, but other stuff is through Yahoo.
I hadn't been on my email for over 3 months, and so I had to verify it was me just now.
Oh
I
my
believe it.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
No
I'm
surprise, Ed.
terrible.
Hey, look. If I move over, I got bubbles coming out of my head. There you go. Wow.
Nice.
That's what happens when you get old. Your brains just start leaking out, Ed.
Is there anything in that tank?
Hothead.
No, I explained that earlier, Skipper. That's my 55. It was my 55 mosh pit with just everything in it, and the seal was going bad, and I didn't want to wait until it went bad, so I emptied it all out and put a different 55 in, one that I haven't even used yet. It was in my storage,
Oh, okay.
and that's just the water and the sand, and everything else is down below, ready to go back in.
Did
Cool.
you have somebody help you carry it in, or did you carry it by yourself?
They're not that big. 55s are easy. They are.
I'd be afraid to drop
I
it.
manage a 55, no problem.
That's this
Now,
is.
my 90, no. My granddaughter had to help me with that.
What's
And she
this?
probably weighs 50 pounds.
She is a strong young lady. That's all I'm going to say.
That's cool.
She has shoulders bigger than I have.
Don't mess with her then.
Of course, I don't have very big shoulders, but no, she's a healthy girl. That's all I'm going to. She's 19 years old and
Oh,
full of spunk.
I used to be that way when I was 19.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm
She-
just.
She lived with us
Right.
from when she was 14 until she about 18 and a half. And she actually moved back in with her mother for a while because she's old enough to take care of herself. Now, her mother was the reason why she moved in with us in the first place. So,
Yeah,
know,
that happens.
connect the dots on that one. But
Mhm.
she wanted to go back and reunite with her mom and her brothers and sisters. And I said, that's fine. You're 18 now. You can do what you want. And so far, so good, But the
Yeah,
door's open. She can always come back if something happens.
that's cool.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Now, is this a daughter that lived in Colombia, or is this a daughter
No.
from California?
This is Pat's family, Pat's granddaughter. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they all
That's
call
what
me
I was
Grandpa.
Well, that's awesome. Jeff Kane says that his Coradoras leave to the hatching in the tank, but thank you. In tank, but so far it doesn't pull I don't pull the eggs from the others. They don't eat the eggs or the fry. I wonder if those Coradora eggs are so small that they're harder to find, even. I don't know for sure. I've
I
had
mean-
a couple, but mine are in an Inler tank, so Inlers really aren't going to be hunting for eggs. But
Yeah, that's true.
Guppies will though. I haven't seen no eggs in the. I moved my long fin Aeneas in with some guppies, and I have not seen no eggs. So I think they've been eating them.
oh, bummer.
Well, guppies will pick the heck out of the bottom of a tank. A lot of people don't know that, but oh boy,
I need to get more plants in there.
yeah,
Plus, there's bristlenose in there with it too, so they'll eat the eggs. I've seen it.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess I have Inlers at all levels of that tank right now. I'm looking at,
Mm.
but I probably have too many Inlers in that tank. I probably
Well,
need to pull some.
What I have seen with the guppy tanks that I have, I have little breeding tanks, but and then the oddballs go in the mosh pit. When I feed them the flakes, they'll hit the top like crazy, but then you come back a half hour later and they're all picking at the bottom
Yep.
with the stuff that fell down, and they'll clean that thing up. So I would imagine if they come across some eggs, they'll gobble them up too,
They guppies don't stop eating.
They don't. They don't. They really don't. But I love them. I've got four breeding tanks of guppies, and Hey, they're fun. You know, they're very social,
Mm-hmm.
very colorful.
If I ever man up and learn how to ship, I'm going to ship him some.
Yeah, the swordtails that were in your pond. That's what I really liked.
Yeah, I have 3 tanks of them now, and one's 110.
But I'm gonna have to get the. You didn't do your ponds last summer, did you?
I did sword tails
Oh,
and
okay. Not as many
uh yeah, I did. Well, and I only got half a year because it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't till late June till I could get outside.
because of your
So I
health.
went
Right,
from
right,
late
right.
June to
Okay.
late October.
Well, I
But
remember
I'll
it. It was
I'll do
the
a lot more.
summer of 21 or the fall of 21 that when you were going to bring them all in, you really put the camera close and showed them. And there was a certain kind of swordtail that I just loved, and that's what I asked you for. Heck, though,
Yeah.
I
Well, you want me to try to catch a couple and show you real quick to see? Now
Mm-hmm.
they produce two different types of sword tails. Some of them I think are albino, so they come out gold, and then
Ooh.
the other ones are green.
I think they were
But
the green ones.
yeah, but like if whatever I send you, it's gonna shoot both.
Oh, I know
Because I
that.
think the gold ones are just the albinos.
Oh, I
But
know. I know.
let me see if I can. They are just a beautiful fish.
And
Okay, I'll be right back.
gang, you're all witnesses. I first asked Ed. It was like the summer of 21 that I asked him about those. And I mean, I
Now, is it
offered to.
the guppy, the swordtail guppy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I
And
have one of
oh,
those.
okay. Well, that's great. I
He
said I pay. I said I pay for the shipping and everything, and it's okay. I know Ed is busy. I know he is. My gosh,
he
he's.
he
You know,
had put them in the Keystone Clash fish show, and I just took I took the guppies he had in there and brought them
I
home.
thought they
We
were
didn't
so
have to worry
cool,
about
and
it.
I
Hmm.
wanted something from Ed. Okay, that's it. That's the
Oh,
truth.
it's a pretty cool fish. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have I'm gonna see if he'll bring me some of those up in
Well,
at the
sure.
clash
Why
this
not?
year. Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're pretty cool.
See you later, Snoochie. Nice to see you, buddy.
Check your email.
Oh, I will. I'm sorry, Lefty. I'll check it. I'll let you know.
Hold up.
Yeah. I mean, come on. How cool is that?
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Come on. Tell you what, Ed. I'm not gonna hold you to it, but I'll pay for the shipping. I told you that.
He's
Beautiful.
probably he's probably talking right now and doesn't realize his mic's up in the
Yeah.
air.
His.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that green one is actually prettier in person.
I remember
It's a
those. I do.
metallic green, and from above they just look great because they're metallic. And then the yellow one's not full grown.
Right. Right.
I couldn't catch one in there that was I went for the big boy, the big green instead of the big yellow.
Well, those are fantastic.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
I
Yeah.
think Skipper has one,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yes.
only one because I entered it in the contest at the
Yep.
Clash.
We
Mm-hmm.
talked about it while
And
you were getting them.
yeah, so
Well,
but
go
That
I
ahead and
wish I would
ask
have
him,
brought him
Skipper.
some girls.
Go ahead and ask him, Skipper, to bring some next time.
Yeah, bring some up to the clash in September.
Yeah, I'll bring some to the Clash, and then if you're good at
Mhm.
shipping, or maybe some Maria Z will be there. We
Yeah,
could bag some and mail it to you from there if
we
I
could
can't
probably
do
do
it
that.
before. But well, Dr. Anthony told me how to put them just in bottles. He said put it in water bottles.
I've heard this story like 5 times, Ed.
And it's
But
never
I
happened.
but I did that when it got cold. It was like October.
I know, I know.
So
And Ed, I know you're busy. I'm not joking. I'm not being a smart ass. I know you're busy. It's okay. Really, I'm not
I'm
going
just
anywhere.
I'm just more afraid of killing them than
Well,
busy. But
I I know, but I have faith in you. I mean, come on, it's common sense with the mailing. It really is. I said I
June,
would
I'm
pay
gonna
you for the
go.
shipping, doggone it.
June's here.
Oh, that's okay.
Hello, Emily Oscars.
But yeah, they are just beautiful. They're IFGA caliber, so I mean that fin on that dorsal fin
I know. It's
is
beautiful.
perfect because it goes past the start of the tail.
And I know you don't remember because it's like years ago that we talked about this. But why did I say I really like swordtails? I told you, Ed. Why?
Oh boy. Because it was your very first fish you ever had.
That's close. That's close.
I like
It's it's
swordtails because swords.
because it's my grandpa had swordtails when I was like
Oh,
4 or 5 years old. It's one of the first fish I ever saw. So I always
now
like.
was it
Lefty.
swordtails or swordtail guppies?
No, they were guppies.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna go throw these guys back in their house. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you, Ed.
Lefty says Ed's really rubbing salt in this wound. Poor Jimmy.
No, really. It's it's it really is, guys. It's because it's Ed, and it's because it's a really pretty fish, and I think they're cool. And I
Yeah,
would just like to. I
that's
just like to.
first.
Yeah,
That's first time I've ever seen him, and then to see it in person, it's
I
crazy.
remember. I remember when he was out in his yard and he was
Hmm.
shooting them, and oh my gosh, I'm like, oh Ed, I wrote him right away. You know, oh, Ed, I'd love to have some of them if I could ever get some from you. I'd really like. Oh sure, I can send you some, and here we are. But it's okay because I've been doing a lot of other stuff, sitting around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know that feeling. Time, but it's crazy how fast time flies too.
I know. I know. It's crazy. And it doesn't get any better as you get older, Skipper. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. As soon as I graduated from high school, it's just been gone.
Yeah, high school seemed like a long
Mm.
time.
It's
Yeah.
it's crazy how that felt. It's like probably because you were always waiting on summer, so it felt like it took forever.
Well,
And
that's
then
true.
and
Yeah.
then when you got out of school and you started working, so pretty much you started your life, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's gone.
Matt says, so did I, Jimmy. And I still don't have. Oh, you asked Ed for some too?
Yeah, I believe you did.
Well,
I was wondering if Lefty had off tomorrow. I figured that's why he was still here.
oh, yeah. Come on, Lefty. Oh,
These are my
no.
pink endlers I'm trying to make.
That's right. I heard you talk about those.
That's cool.
Yeah, endlers are really. I don't have any. No, I don't. I don't have endlers, but I haven't
I got
really tried to get any either. So,
I plan on once I get my line breeding project going, I'm gonna just really focus on because see how a couple are just super pink. That one boy there, I'm gonna just mate him with girls all the time, so I get just some really solid pinks.
now on the camera they look a little orangish.
Yeah, it's just bad lighting in here.
Well, it's
Maybe if I
okay. I can
maybe
are kind of peach colored. They kind of look like, but I can tell how pretty they must be.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Let me ask you guys, especially. Well, I don't know. No, Skipper, you might know too. Shoot, you've been around. I've got
that any better?
I've got four, no, five very, very, very pregnant female full red guppies. Okay. They're very beautiful. No male, but the male was in there with them for months. So they're obviously pregnant, but they won't drop.
Hmm.
I
Are you
mean,
Yeah,
sure?
they're
how
popping
Has it been over 30 days?
since the male was there.
hmm
No.
Or,
Well, they'll keep the seed for
Yeah, they
up
hold.
to 6 months. They'll hold it for 6 months. but they'll only be pregnant for 33 days max, I would say.
Okay,
Normally
well,
it's like
help me
24 to
out here. I've
30
been
days.
around a long time, and I think I know what a pregnant guppy looks like. These things are just
Sure.
bulging.
Well, no, what
Well,
he's asking, okay, how long ago since it's been since that male was there?
I'd say about a month.
yeah, so you've got 5 months left of baby. So you could have 5 drops in that amount of time.
But normally they would drop sooner, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, if they haven't dropped yet, maybe they're either devouring the babies and you're not finding it, or
I got a bunch of plants, floaters, guppy grass.
Hmm.
I look at it multiple times a day.
well, red Moscow, or not just red, but I think all Moscows are pretty big at eating their babies.
Wow.
So that could be they're just
Okay.
devouring the babies, or I don't know, if they're not dropping, there's something going on. But you know what a pregnant fish is.
Oh yeah, they're definitely.
Hopefully they just all pop in the next couple days.
Well, I hope you're right. And I'm doing the brine, live brine shrimp, baby brine. You know.
Yeah, keep those girls full so that way they won't want to eat their babies too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're beautiful. And the male was, oh gosh, that male was so good looking. And I just came in one day and as a matter of fact, he was gone. I mean, he
Hmm.
didn't jump out. He was just gone.
Do you have snails in there?
Yeah, some.
Once a fish dies, they will devour a dead fish,
Yeah. And he was,
especially if they're ram's horns.
and he was
And
much smaller than the females,
Hmm.
you know.
the tails just disappear instantly because they're so thin.
Yeah.
Once
Okay.
they die, they eat their tails. I think they just eat the tails super fast.
Hello, Deb.
Hi, Deb. Nice to
Hi,
see you,
Deb.
kiddo.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go put these guys back in their house.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks, Ed. I'm not going to bother asking him for some of those, Skipper.
I wouldn't. 2 years later, you'll get them.
Poor Ed. Poor Ed. No, I have been treated very kindly in the fish family, and I appreciate every single thing that has been done for me. And I just give Ed trouble because he's so darn funny about it. We've been
Yeah, he's
talking about
funny.
it for so long, and it really is. He doesn't trust himself to ship them, but I trust him. So come
I'm
on,
not,
let's do it.
that's one thing I need to learn. If I get into once I get a chance to really get into all these quarries that I have breeding
Yeah.
projects, I'm gonna have to get rid of them.
Well,
Any pet store will take a Cory.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, yeah.
My
yeah.
dad used to sell Corys in the 70s. And I just think Corys always sell, and they'll just sell them cheaper if they don't sell, because they'll just say $2 a Cory and they'll sell instantly.
Hmm.
But they may only give you 50 cents a Cory, in trade.
Yeah, yeah.
I did talk to an LFS once. I was talking to her about the long fin corridor Peleotis. I had I got I got more off of Foxy and Peplin. So hopefully I have whenever they start breeding, I'd like to.
Yep.
And maybe you can talk them into bringing some fish to the clash.
I don't know how if they I don't know if they're going to fly or drive from Wisconsin.
That's a
That's
good question.
That's a if they
That's
were to drive from
Yeah.
there, like if in July they got that ACA and Cataclysm up in Madison, Wisconsin. That's a 12-hour drive from my house. So they're probably looking at about a 15 to 16-hour drive to the clash.
Yeah, that's a haul.
But her family's there too, so they get to see her family.
Peplin, God, he's a pain in the ass, isn't he?
He came out of nowhere. He was lurking in the shadows.
Wow.
Good people, though.
Oh yeah.
Good dude.
Oh yeah.
I actually can't.
And they ship a lot better than me. The last fish I shipped died. So
They
Okay.
ship their stuff like Dan's fish.
yeah.
Okay, and I want to learn that way. I got to watch that video. Then I got to buy the equipment. That's another thing with the sealer, because I was talking to Brian about it on Facebook there. He says them ones that you get off of Amazon, they don't last long.
Oh
And
yeah.
you get the one off
That's
of
good to know.
then if you get the one, it's Gemco, I think it is. It lasts a while. They're going to be spending a couple days in northern PA, so that's why they can't bring fish with them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That must be where Roxanne's from.
It is.
You guys should have went to high school together. Wouldn't have that been fun? You guys could have started a fish club in your high school.
Yeah, well,
if Jimmy would have hung out with me more when I was in high school, we could have started a fish club in my high school.
Yeah, except I graduated a little sooner than you, Ed.
Yeah, but you could be like the sponsor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We could have done it in the biology class because they had like 8 fish tanks that were always empty. All 4 years I went to this school, he never filled any of those fish tanks.
Oh, is that right?
It must
Really?
have been. Yeah, it must have been somebody before Coach Iorio was the biology teacher and had, fish tanks then.
Well, that's kind of silly. My gosh.
This guy. This is funny. There's nothing wrong with that. I drink wine out of a solo cup, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know. I don't need to ship right now.
And Paul says you need to add heat packs to your shipping fish during the winter, Ed. Well, I had help from one of my local fish stores, and he gave me heat packs, and I was sending a betta fish to Matt up in Iowa. Well, the heat packs my fish store owner gave me were like 4-hour ones instead of 4-day ones, or 3-hour ones instead of 3-day ones.
Oh my God.
And I think it may have even gone frozen to poor Matt. And it was really sad because that was a fish that I had as I put a short. It was one of my first shorts. It's a really cute little guy. And I murdered him. But I can also say, well, my fish store owner guy gave me the.
Yeah.
He got
bad
his heat
advice.
packs mixed up.
Bad knowledge.
Yeah. Oh well. He never has to worry about selling fish in cold weather here, really.
A handsome ice cube. Yeah.
And I haven't sent one since. I sent a betta a month before to Maryland, and it survived, but it was warm then. Maybe it's 2 months before.
I'm trying to decide whether cold weather or hot weather is worse. I think hot weather is worse for fish.
Right. I don't know.
Maybe that's because I'm in the desert. I don't know.
Well, it can be, because if say that package sits in the sun, it's going to cook it.
Yeah. I guess I've had more fish survive in colder temperatures than hot, is what I'm saying, in the mail. So,
Paul, I specialize in mistakes lately. That's not...
Oh, come on.
Wow, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. We'll do 6 more minutes, and I'm going to get off.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to go upstairs and watch BattleBots with my dad, if he's still up.
Oh, cool. I like that
BattleBots
show.
is our show on Thursday nights. It comes out.
Oh
And
yeah.
we absolutely
Okay.
love it. We've been
Yeah, I
watching
like
that for
that show.
years.
I like it.
What channel is that on?
I'm gonna guess the Discovery Channel.
Is that
Yeah,
is that
But
where they? That's where they fight, right?
yeah, the robots fight.
yeah. They
Now
build a.
it's an
Yeah.
it's an hour and a half long, but if you just fast forward to the fights, it's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's about right.
They they don't last long. I'll find out.
Oh, some of them are just so badly made.
Oh yeah. I've watched that before. I thought it was pretty cool, but
Yeah.
think about the amount of money you got to put into that,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then it just
this
gets
one guy
destroyed.
this one guy has 3 of the exact same robots that he brings, and he said they cost $60,000 each.
Oh,
That's crazy.
wait a minute.
But
Wow.
Mm-mm.
they're starting to get money though. I think BattleBots is doing so well they're starting to pay the racers because these racers are becoming professional BattleBot people instead of what they
Oh.
used to do.
Okay. Okay.
And they tour now.
Interesting.
Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Good stuff there, man.
Oh, I could go.
This is
you know,
episode 4.
Go.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna have to
Could
look.
be, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, I need to get Disney Plus so I can watch the new Mandalorian when that comes out. I'm going to wait.
Man, don't come
For
out
the-
till March.
Well, I'm going to save a lot of money until March.
Yeah. Oh, my kids watch it all the time. That's why we haven't.
Yeah, Terry says they have sponsors and they make money. So,
No, yeah.
no surprise.
Well, they sell the pieces of the robot. They autograph it and sell the pieces afterwards
Oh,
on eBay.
I'll be darned.
And they're selling them for $100, a couple $100 a piece, depending on what part of the robot.
Uh-huh.
And so this is probably junk they used to throw away. Now they're autographing the damaged stuff instead of throwing it away. It's pretty funny. Where'd it go? Where did I put it?
Ed,
Oh, I put it up on a shelf. It's not getting hot at all. I
good.
put that up on a shelf,
Very
and
good.
let's see what this is. This is cooled way down. Like I couldn't put my hand under it before. So it's completely cooled down, and it's solid.
My goodness.
So this is like almost completely cured. But it's going to be fun to, once it completely hardens, I'm going to try to break it off the plate and then drill a hole in it and turn it into a lamp or a light.
I'm telling you.
I really want to make these these neat setups where people take like a toy or something and then they put it into a little square box and then they put like plants and stuff and buildings and things, and then they put lights in the buildings, and then they fill it with the resin. So it's like a big paperweight. It looks
Right.
so cool. I want to do that with Godzilla.
Oh, that'd be neat.
And yeah, do a Godzilla one. They're really neat. But I mean, on Etsy, they've got people that are this guy must do nothing but make submarines all day long from models and then paints it and then does because he sells these resins and they're like $500.
Wow.
Paul Sotero said put a doll head on it, Ed.
Like that. Well, I have a doll that I would do
Oh no.
that someday is going to get it.
My God.
But we're going to wait until I get everything perfect because that doll came from the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, okay.
It was Ash White Cloud. She got one in a crab cage that she was pulling up crab cages, and this doll came up with it. And it looks
My
like
gosh.
a possessed doll.
Yeah,
So I
I
want to
bet.
put lights and resin in it.
Wow. I wonder what the
Interesting.
story is behind that doll head. I wonder where that came from.
Oh, it's a whole doll. But
Oh, it's a
it
whole
smells like
doll.
the ocean
Oh.
because it's real heavy because it's got filled with the bottom of the ocean.
Can you tell what vintage it is? How old it might be?
No.
Just
No.
imagine how creepy that would be.
It's
Lifting
going to be awesome.
No, I mean like lifting that crab pot up and a doll was connected to it.
I
Yeah.
know.
True. That's true.
I've bought hair for it. So it's going to have hair. All the hair got pulled out at the bottom of the ocean. It has
Oh,
holes for hair, so I'm going to put hair back into it.
interesting.
I'm going
Well,
to make it look like it's totally possessed.
Well,
Let me do submarine.
that'll be a really special edition of Craft Ed some night.
that's gonna be crazy. Do not watch it in the dark.
Whoa.
Oh, June wants to know what happened to the baby fish you made.
Oh
Baby
yeah,
face?
the
It
baby
is right
fish.
behind me.
That was
I
very
forgot about
interesting,
that.
June.
That was
This thing,
pretty neat.
this thing kind of
Oh
creepy.
no!
Uh-oh. He just
Tonight has
dropped-
been nothing but a disaster. I broke its fin off.
Oh,
I
Ed.
broke both fins off in one shot.
Oh
What
my
the heck?
God.
The fins got stuck underneath the. That's from this side. The
Oh my.
fins got stuck in the top of the fish tank, and I pulled it out, and they broke off.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh, I scratched its face and everything.
Poor
well,
Ed.
And the other
Ed.
fin's at the bottom of the tank.
Oh my God.
It's not filled with water, luckily. And then, like, it used to light up, but this did fall into a water tank. So I probably should take those out.
Ed.
So the lights don't work because I need new batteries. But where should I put this? Garbage.
You are never
Whoops.
going to have me on a live stream with you ever again, Ed. Ever.
I can't believe that. How did I break both fins off? Because there's like a little hole at the top
I know.
of
Yeah.
the tank, and it was stuck underneath a fin, and I picked it up with one fin and pulled the other fin off. It's like, what are the odds of this?
You might
Just
not
put-
want to go to sleep tonight after that. I mean,
just glue it back
Oh.
on.
Everything fell down in the hole. My Chiefs thing fell in the hole. I had too much stuff in there.
well,
I had taken everything. I've been killing snails in this big tank, so I keep piling everything up in there.
That's another reason why I finally decided enough is enough in here, because I had stuff piled up everywhere, and
Mhm.
at night I come in here and step on something and break it or kick it off of a
Yeah, I
box,
gotta.
and I've had enough of that. So
Yeah.
I've really been concentrating on getting rid of what I don't use or packing it away and just giving myself some walking around room. It's so stupid.
Well,
I don't think you're stupid.
it's been an
Well-
hour. It's been an hour and 35 minutes. We're going to shut her down.
All right.
I'm ready to go relax.
Yeah, you do that, Skipper. And thanks for having me up and helping me fill my evening here. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Ed, you just be careful, okay?
Oh no! I tell
All right,
you.
everybody. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Adios.